Bottom of the hour, top of the news now. The Justice Department is demanding details on more than 1 million visitors to a website that organized demonstrations against President Trump. So Trump's Department of Justice is doing this. That's the word from the site's web provider called DreamHost. And DreamHost is now fighting back after the Department of Justice requested information on visitors who logged in to disruptj20.org. Not just their computer addresses, but also users' photos and contact details. The government claims that the website was used in the developing, planning, advertisement, and organization of a violent riot in D.C. on Inauguration Day. The staff at DreamHost says the DOJ's request should be enough to set off alarm bells in anybody's mind, and the site's attorney says chills the right of free speech. Let's turn to the Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. To be clear, these people organized a demonstration against President Trump on Inauguration Day, and now President Trump's Department of Justice wants to know who these people were.
And these people continue to organize demonstrations, and most probably, we don't know it to be so, but most probably have organized a demonstration against him as we speak a few blocks from here in front of his New York City residence. So there's a couple of very serious constitutional problems with this. The first is privacy. When you log on to a website, it's between you and the website. And if you read the agreement with a website, they promise that they will not reveal who you are, and that if someone tries to find out who you are, they will resist it. The second is what their lawyer, in my view, the website's lawyer, quite properly called chilling. Chilling is what occurs when government behavior causes you to have second thoughts about exercising your freedom of speech. So if I know that the government is going to find out who I am, will I stop going on that website? That mental process of reevaluating whether or not to go on the website is absolutely prohibited under the Constitution. This search warrant that the government got has a lot of us scratching our heads. There is no criminal investigation. There is no evidence that the ID of these people is going to produce evidence of a crime, and these things are absolutely required before a search warrant can be granted.
Now, the website's attorneys are resisting.
Yes.
Will they? Is it expected that they'll be successful?
Well, this will go before a judge. I don't know if it's going to go before the judge who signed this. This is another oddity. The Justice Department did not go to a regular federal judge because none of them would sign it. They went to a Superior Court judge in the District of Columbia, the functional equivalent of a state judge. The feds never go into state court for something like this.
So a friendly judge.
A friendly judge. They found a friendly judge to sign this thing. And it's beyond me how the prerequisites for a search warrant, the existence of a grand jury, the existence of a criminal investigation, the futility of obtaining this information by a less intrusive means could be justified here. But could you imagine if Eric Holder did this to find out who the protesters against Barack Obama were? I dare say there'd be a different reaction than what we're seeing today.
I'm not seeing any reaction.
That's the problem. There should be an uproar over this, because if they can get away with this, they can subpoena any information that they want from any website that any of us uses to get our photographs and our browsing habits. That's just not something available to the government in a free society.
Has the government given a reason for this?
The original reason stated was to make it easier to protect President Trump so that they will know where these demonstrations are. Shep, there are so many off-duty...
The president needs to be protected from demonstrators?
There are so many off-duty cops amongst the demonstrators. The police know exactly where the demonstrators are going.
Is there a stopgap? Is there a protection somewhere in the system?
The protection would be if the federal judge who issued it, the Superior Court of D.C. judge who issued it changes his or her mind, or if they appeal it and an appellate court invalidates it. But if the Justice Department gets away with this, as one of them said the other day about another situation, game is on.
Judge Napolitano, thank you.
You're welcome.